This video is intended to be a brief overview of how to use Wikispaces for the scope of this assignment only. This is not meant to be the full-scale training on the use of Wikispaces, but this will be all that you will need to know to complete your assignment. You may choose to go through some of Wikispaces tutorials to make your wiki even more like a traditional wiki for your own benefit. At the start of this week, you should have received an email inviting you to join Wikispaces. You will need to join Wikispaces for the purpose of this assignment. Once you have joined Wikispaces, sign in. You will see that you are already a member of the Cooperative Learning with Wikis classroom. Click on this link. You are now in your classroom, and there's a lot of things that you can do here. You can post and discuss what you're doing with your wiki. You can also post files or resources that you're going to use in your wiki. And you can create a page. For the purposes of this assignment, you do not need to create a page. I am going to do that here for you, and I will give you permission to edit the page. The name of this page will be Cooperative Learning with Wikis. When creating a wiki, you want to make sure that you use tags so that others can find your wiki. And click Create. You have creative freedom to make your wiki fit your research. For the parameters of this assignment, just make sure that you are making this wiki look as much like a traditional wiki as possible. I am sure you guys have all seen a wiki before, but just in case you need a reminder, this is a wiki for Abraham Lincoln. You can see there is a short summary of Abraham Lincoln's time in office and his life, and if you scroll down, you see a table of contents. From the table of contents, you can click on any of these headings and go to that section. This is a requirement for this assignment. The only other requirement is that you do include sources and citations embedded into your wiki. This is crucial to the credibility of your wiki. Remember, a wiki is really a page in an encyclopedia. Let's scroll back up. Because you are not creating a wiki for a specific person, you do not need to create a section that looks like this. You might find that pictures add some visual interest to your wiki, but that is completely up to you. Now we've gone over some of the basics of what we want our wiki to look like. Let's go back to Wikispaces. So from here, how do we make our wiki look like that? Well, Wikispaces has really made it easy. Click on the Widget button and click Table of Contents. There's a brief overview of the table of contents and how to make it work in your wiki. Choose to embed the table of contents. Now that we have embedded the table of contents, all that we need to do is add headings. So I just went ahead and added a few headings in here. As you can see, I varied which type of heading I was adding. First a level 1 heading, then 2, then 3, then 4. Let's see what happens when I preview this. As you can see, Wikispaces will indent your table of contents, so it can look very similar to Abraham Lincoln's wiki's table of contents. Back in Wikispaces, let's continue editing. First, I'm going to highlight Info and click Link. I have a few options here. I can choose to link to a page or a file that I have uploaded, or I can choose to link to a web address or an email address. I can also link to an anchor on the page. I'm going to select web address, and for now I'll just enter google.com. and choose to open it in a new window, and click Add Link. Here I see a link to the information that I've added, and I can click on the URL and be taken to Google. Let's go back to Wikispaces. The last requirement for this assignment is to cite my sources. Let's see how it was done in Abraham Lincoln's wiki. Scroll down to the bottom, and we see his references. In your required reading for this week, we've included an article on how to cite references in wikis, so I won't go too much into this here. But I do want to show you that you can add a widget for references. Click Reference and click Embed Reference Marker. This creates those neat little icons that we see here. Be sure to type the full content of your reference at the bottom. And this concludes our overview of Wikispaces. Please email me, Mahalia Vandenberg, if you have any questions that weren't answered in this video. Thanks, and happy wikiing!